Greetings. Today we're talking about self-love as the cornerstone of well-being. Love. It's an enduring and universal theme. So it's no surprise that it's been explored in endless varieties of forms in the art and culture. While it's impossible to pinpoint exactly the number of how many songs, movies, poems, books have been written about love, we can get a sense of its significance across the different medias and across time. There's still so many that are being written, produced, and shown. Why? Because Valentine's Day in particular. Valentine's Day is an emotionally charged day, offering a spectrum of feelings relating to human experience of love, from the euphoric joy of new love to the quiet contemplation of enduring affection, and even the heartache of missing connections or broken relationships. The day reflects love in all its forms and complexities. I was feeling grateful for the love that's in my life the other day. When I was outside in the bitter cold, shoveling out my car as it was stuck in snow, here comes my husband, out of the warm house, shovel in hand, ready to be out there as the wind gusts came and the freezing rain came, as the snow came to help me get my car out of a snowdrift. Valentine's Day and the celebration of love isn't one day. It's 365 days. It is sometimes euphoric. Other times it's quiet contemplation. And it can also be the heartache because of the connection, not because it's necessarily broken, but it's stretched to understanding. I mean, he could have come down and told me, "Oh, you're so dumb. You're so stupid. Why did you do this?" No, he didn't do that. I did that all on my own. He just came and said, "Hey, we got to get it out from underneath the car because its car is sitting on the snow." And we laughed, even in the cold. We laughed and we enjoyed being together. But even deeper than that, you have to have a love of self many times to move forward. But let's think about Valentine's Day. It's one of those days that can certainly rock you. I found out that the holiday most likely for people to fall in love, Valentine's Day. It seems like the obvious holiday, right, for falling in love. It's a celebration of romance and affection. While some may fall in love on any given day, this one is known for amplifying romantic feelings. It is the holiday most likely for people to get married on. That's right. Valentine's Day is common choice for weddings. Many couples choose the day because its symbolic association with love, and many venues and chapels offer special deals for couples tying the knot on this day. It's a bit cliche, but also meaningful. So, what's the holiday that people are most likely to break up on? Interestingly enough, Valentine's Day, or a few days after Valentine's Day. It's like you need the date for the 14th, but on the 15th, you're really not into that person as much as they may have been into you, and it was a little bit overwhelming, and no, I'm out of here. It's been noted as a time of breakups are most likely to occur, and the pressure around Valentine's Day, expectations, unmet needs, can lead to relationships ending after the big day. For some, the holiday can highlight underlying issues in the relationship that result in the breakup. That's that waking up and kind of going, I don't feel that love for this person that I think I'm supposed to feel. And there's that expectation of love being outside of us, that we're not whole unless we have someone who loves us. And that can be family or friends or another companion. But self-love, it is a powerful and essential concept, especially in a world that often places a heavy emphasis on external validation and relationships with others. At its core, self-love is about cultivating a deep respect for yourself. Recognizing your own worth, your own value, and practicing self-compassion. It's a form of love that is crucial for emotional health and well-being. And it extends far beyond simply feeling good about yourself. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into self-love and some of its significances. So understanding self-love is really key at this. And what is most key about understanding it? Acceptance. Self-love begins with accepting yourself as you are. No judgment. I am enough just as I am and just as I am not. This involves embracing your strengths and your flaws because let's face it, we all have them, right? It's about being kind to yourself, even when you make mistakes or fall short of your expectations. My expectation was I could drive down the driveway and go through any snow that was there since it wasn't plowed yet, totally forgetting there was a snowdrift. Well, it wasn't, but I didn't need to beat myself up over it. I just needed to get the shovel and start digging in, accepting that my imperfection can build self-worth, and so can yours. You know, if you're looking for something that helps you build that self-worth, that really will affirm your self-love, then affirmations, affirming your value, even when others don't see it, is key. It's so important. It's a key to everything that unlocks it. And self-love means acknowledging your achievements. Oh yeah, I got out there and shoveled, all right? I mean, that's an achievement. I didn't sit somewhere and be in my own pity party or be like a victim. It's like, nope, going out and doing it. Recognizing that I had a lot of worth, and I could just come back and be here at home. Didn't have to be where I thought I needed to be. So I recognize the worthiness of the love of me and the respect of myself. Even seemed foolish, but refusing to diminish my own light. It's about creating an internal dialogue of encouragement and, positive self-talk. Now that is, in itself, leads to the work that I do as a coach. Personal growth is key, but it's not just about the positive self-talk. It is about really going in deep psychosomatically within your body. Where are you holding some of those emotions? Can you even feel love for yourself? It is the emotional wellness, emotional regulation of yourself. Self-love helps you manage your emotions in healthier ways. When you love yourself, you're less likely to react impulsively or harshly to challenges. Now, I'll tell you, if it had been snowing like crazy, I wouldn't have gone out. But it was the wind. Only the wind was blowing. Instead of being consumed by negative emotions, you're more able to give yourself the time and space to process emotions, which leads to better emotional resilience. So, all of us in this day and age, there's like chaos around us. We're uncertain. We're uncertain. We feel unmoored in many ways. And the emotional resilience is what helps us stay with our feet on the ground, stay in a place that we're not going to get knocked over because you're stuck in a snowbank or the wind is blowing or something politically is happening, something socially is happening, all those things that happen outside of ourselves. And another key element of self-love is self-compassion. Being understanding and kind to yourself, especially during difficult times. You know what this means? This means treating yourself as you would treat a dear friend who's suffering. You wouldn't go over to somebody who's suffering and belittle them for whatever's happened around them. You would be kind. You would be compassionate. You would hold space. Hopefully you wouldn't go down that rabbit hole of victim or pity. It is just be kind to yourself. Be compassionate. Okay, this happened. Let's go. It's the opposite of self-criticism or harsh judgment. Self-compassion is essential to healing, growth, and building self-esteem. There's another part that is important for all of us, and this is healthy boundaries. Self-love means recognizing when to set boundaries, both with others and with yourself. It's about knowing your limits and ensuring that you don't overexert yourself for the sake of others. By setting healthy boundaries, you protect your energy, you prioritize your mental health, and maintain respect for yourself. Saying no when necessary. Wow, this is one of the most empowering acts of self-love, is the ability to say no when you need to. Such as, no, I'm not available for that. Or listening to someone, a family member in particular, and they make a decision that you don't agree with. No, I don't need to jump into that. That's theirs, not mine. So all of this might mean that you say no to people who drain you. You know, you say no to activities that don't align with your values. You want to go to a boxing game or ring or a tournament, whatever they're called, because it's not something I do, right? I would say, I'm a no to that. I don't need to watch two people hitting each other. To me, that's nothing that I value. Others, it could. You know, you even say no to opportunities that would overload you. I know someone who happens to be that person who says yes. Oh, can you help with the school project? Oh, sure, yes, yeah, my kid, right? Okay, I've got all this work I'm doing at home. Can you help us build a set for the play? Oh, yeah, I can do that too. Sometimes you have to say no because all of those activities drain you. You don't want to be so overloaded that you can't handle everything else. But if you do it in balance, if you really can handle it, that's another thing. But be honest with yourself. Prioritize your well being over the demands of others. Self love is not just about emotional aspects, it's also physical. It involves caring for your body, eating nourishing foods, getting enough rest, and engaging in physical activities that make you feel good. Treating your body with love, respect, it with actions like exercise, adequate sleep, and proper nutrition. And I would also add in this, it is the mental and spiritual care that's important as well. Our foods right now are not the utmost best. I mean, you have to read labels, right? You have to figure out. For me, it's like, is there wheat in this product? Is there soybean in this product? What else am I not eating at this time to help my body? Anything that's grown locally and fresh from the garden, fabulous. In the box, in the can, may not be the right thing. But figure out what works best for you. Now let's get back to that mental and spiritual care. Because mental self-love involves taking care of your mind, engaging in practices that reduce stress, like meditation. That's one of my favorite go-tos. It is my daily habit, my daily practice for me. Journaling is another one. I journal as well. I'm usually answering questions and just writing down thoughts. It is the connection between the mental and what comes out of your hand. It's like a direct brain connection. Or simply taking breaks when you need a break. If you're like me, you work from home. I have 3 dogs who will come and say, oh, it's time for us to go out and go for a walk. Not because they want to go out for a walk, but I've taught them that there are certain times in the day that I will go for a walk. So now they're going, okay, time to take a break, even when I think, I got to get at this. I got to get this done. But what I find is when I take a break, it nourishes my spirit to take a walk in the woods, to get outside in that fresh air. And it certainly did when I was out in the weather. The wind was blowing. It's exhilarating. It gave me a sense of peace and joy and accomplishment. And sometimes my breaks are reading. Even learning something new is like this mental break for me. And I just put my nose in the book and read it real quick. I might contemplate what it is and read a little bit at a time, or I read fiction. So spend some time doing some things that inspire you. Maybe it is taking that walk in nature. Maybe it's art. Whether you're viewing it at a museum or whether you're creating it yourself. Find what feeds your soul. A major aspect of self-love is realizing that you are whole and complete by yourself. I used to have a friend of mine, Patty, who would say that if she was going to be a piece of pie, then she wanted to be the crust and the filling. Anybody else in her life was the whipped cream on top. So be the whole pie. relationships with others can be fulfilling, you don't need another person to validate your worth. Self-love encourages independence and inner strength, helping you find happiness and fulfillment within yourself rather than relying on someone else to provide it. Self-sufficiency in love. Well, self-love teaches you that you can't give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, it becomes difficult to love others in a healthy, balanced way. Self-love acts as a foundation for building meaningful, fulfilling relationships with others, as it ensures that you approach love from a place of self-respect and self-awareness. Self-love in times of struggle, facing criticism or rejection, it's crucial for self-love at those times, because self-love allows you to separate your worth from the external opinions and views and the setbacks and the temporary part of growth. Our hearts, as a healer, this is something that I've seen with a lot of people, our hearts are here to really protect us. And when it comes to do energy healing and to clear away what is no longer needed, there's often a wall in front of the heart, protecting. We want to protect ourselves in some way because we don't want to hurt, especially in our heart. But if you want to grow and you want to learn, don't internalize the negative feedback. Self-love will help you reflect on your value and help you keeping moving forward. And telling yourself it's okay. You know, if you need healing from past hurt, and you've experienced that emotional pain as a past trauma or difficult breakup, self-love involves nurturing yourself through that healing process. It's about being patient with your emotions, giving yourself grace, and taking active steps to heal. That is so key. Don't wallow in what was. Don't become the victim of any trauma, any emotional time that happened years ago or even a month ago. You need to take steps, I don't care how little they are, forward. You have to be able to heal. Showing yourself that same care that you would give to someone you deeply care about who felt the hurt. It's the same for yourself. Now, self-love and growth. It leads to self-improvement. Loving yourself doesn't mean being complacent or stagnant. It means accepting yourself as you are, but also recognizing the potential for growth. It involves striving to be the best version of yourself, not for the sake of meeting others' expectations, but because you deserve to grow and thrive in a way that aligns with your true desires and values. And a crucial part of self-love is the ability to forgive yourself. Everyone makes mistakes, and self-love allows you to let go of the guilt and the regret. Forgiveness involves releasing the emotional weight of the past decisions and giving yourself the grace to learn, grow, and move forward. No one said it was easy. No one said life was going to be a straight and narrow path. Life is frickin' messy. And sometimes you need help to clean up the mess. That's when you need a coach. That's when you need someone else to help you understand that. So while Valentine's Day is typically focused on romantic relationships, it can also be a time for practicing self-love. You know, if you're single, you don't have a partner or someone else sharing your life, It can be a day to affirm your worth and celebrate the achievements. For those who are in relationships, it can be an opportunity to honor the relationship with oneself, recognizing that one's own well-being is just as important as the connection with a partner. I was in a group the other night where they were asked about how are you going to spend Valentine's Day? And one of the men said, well, my partner is attending what they call, how do you put that? Galentine's Day. A bunch of gals are getting together and going to have a good time for the weekend. And he said, if that wasn't enough, my mom's going away for the weekend and I'm going to go take care of her little farm. He didn't worry about it. She's off doing what she's doing, and he could recognize that that was important to her. So celebrate yourself. Make your Valentine's Day about showing love to yourself by engaging in activities that bring you joy. This could mean treating yourself to your favorite meal, taking a relaxing bath, watching a feel-good movie, one you got to have the tissues with, right? Or buying something that makes you feel special. Now, I am not one who is all about the material things, but there may be something that you've been waiting for that you keep putting off, that maybe it is time for you to buy that something special so that you can feel special on the inside as well as the outside. So it's about remembering that love isn't just about receiving affection from others. It's about nurturing yourself with care and kindness. And do you know that there's a ripple effect of self-love? You didn't consider that, did you? Well, there is. It is when we feel good about ourselves. I talk in terms of frequencies and energy, that things come in waves. When you feel good about yourself and you love yourself, it is like this ripple that comes through your auric field and it waves out and touches other people. And that's when you love yourself. You become open and generous in your interactions with others. Your ability to offer love and kindness stems from a foundation of self-love. It enables you to have healthier relationships and foster more meaningful connections with others because you're not seeking validation or approval from them, but offering love in a place of abundance. I got plenty to share. I just send it all out. In essence, self-love is the cornerstone of well-being. It allows you to feel secure in who you are, gives you the strength to navigate life's challenges, and empowers you to build fulfilling relationships with others. When you nurture and cultivate self-love, you make room for deeper emotional resilience, healthier choices, and a greater sense of peace within yourself. So, my hope, my wish, my desire for you today is that you do something special for yourself. Whether it's just putting your hand on your heart and being like, I am so grateful to be here today. I am so grateful to spend some time just with me. Enjoy. And always, I invite you to make a comment, to like, subscribe, drop me a line.